Servanthood is the privilege and responsibility of every follower of Jesus. Let me say that again. Servanthood is the privilege and responsibility of every follower of Jesus. I think we need to take some time and think about this one together. Welcome to Wednesday's Coffee and Conversation. Well, welcome back to another episode of How Long Will James's Hair Grow Before He Gets a Haircut? No, I'm just joking with you. Welcome to another episode of Wednesday's Coffee and Conversation, a time where we provide you with 3 questions to help you think about, reflect upon, and learn from Sunday's teaching, Sunday's message, in order to put that into practice in your everyday life. These questions are best used in community, so you can use them as personal reflection as you remember and think about Sunday's message, but it's best used in community, with your family, or maybe with some friends in a socially responsible way, just to help us take some time and think through this message and discuss and encourage one another and how to put it in actual practice in our everyday life. Right now we're in a series called Influence, all about living our lives in a way that we influence others for the good of the gospel. We influence others with the love and the light of Christ. And this past Sunday, Pastor Warner shared part 3 of this series. It was all about servanthood. It was based in Philippians chapter 2, and you might want to actually just pause right now and go back and read through that chapter before continuing. So here are 3 questions just to help us think about how we can actually put this into practice. He talked about how we can be practical influences if we choose servanthood over selfishness, if we choose the way of Jesus over the way and the mindset of the world around us. So how do we actually put that into practice, get our feet on the ground this week? Well, here are 3 questions to help us think about this. Question number 1. How has caring for others made a difference in your relationships? How has caring for others, serving others, choosing them over yourself, how has that made a difference in those relationships? We want to start with just taking some time to reflect on past experiences, to reflect on past times where we have chosen servanthood over selfishness, where we've cared for others, where we've gone above and beyond for others. Think about the practical difference, the difference that has created and made in those relationships. Well, what doors has that opened? What kind of new possibilities have come up because we've chosen servanthood over selfishness? So begin just by reflecting upon times in your life where you've actually chosen to do this and the difference that it has made in those relationships. Question number 1. Question number 2 is this. Why are humility and servanthood so essential to living the Christian life? Why are these qualities, characteristics of humility and servanthood so essential for us as followers of Jesus Christ? Take some time to reflect upon this question. Maybe you want to jump back into Philippians 2 to find some answers for it. But why is it essential that we actually cultivate these characteristics in our life? Humility and servanthood. You could also ask the flip question of why would it be dangerous for us not to have humility, not to have servanthood, to be selfish and prideful. So take some time to discuss why is it so important that we actually cultivate and work at becoming servants over selfish people. That's question number 3. Question number 2. Here's question number 3. How can you serve someone else this week? We don't want to just get lost in the theoretical and have good theology and say, yeah, we want to be servants, we want to be humble people, we want to care for others. No, we actually got to do that. We need to put feet to our practice. And so we want to give you a moment just to think about, discuss, talk about what is one way that you can actually serve others this week. You know, church doesn't look the same way that it did months ago. We don't have as many programs, things running, opportunities for you to serve in the church building right now. But that doesn't mean there aren't opportunities for you to serve others in your church family, in your neighborhood, your community, your workplace. So what is one way that you can actually choose and decide to serve others instead of serving yourself this week? One practical way that you can put this teaching into practice. So those are your 3 questions for this week. Again, spend some time thinking, discussing them. Pray for one another. We're not alone in this. We're doing it together. God bless you, church.